Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So if you're a Torontonian that knows even a little bit about the TTC, then you might know about this certain subway station that's famous for being unused. And that's Bessarion Station. It's one of the stations a part of the TTC's Sheppard subway line and has been consistently ranked the least busiest station on the entire TTC subway network, excluding Ellesmere and Midland stations a part of the Scarborough RT, of course. However, that was a light metro line, not a subway line, and is now decommissioned, so Bessarion has really always taken the cake for the least used station on the TTC subway network. So since I've never been to Bessarion Station, why don't we check out Bessarion Station for the first time and see what it has to offer and why it truly is the least busiest station on the TTC subway network. So let's head downstairs and catch a train. But before that happens, roll the intro.
Hey guys!
Line 4 to Don Mills.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Next station is Leslie Station. Arriving at Bessarion Station. Doors will open on the left. Line 4 to Sheppard Young.
We are now at Bessarion Station. So far, I think I'm still the only one on the subway platform.
Subway service on the portion of line 2 between Woodbine.
Okay, so now I guess since we're at Bessarion Station, let's take a tour around. So obviously we have the subway platform. Looks like we have some cream-colored wall tiles at the end here. We of course have the Bessarion wall tiles, basically the same as all the other stations on the Sheppard line. Exposed concrete, dirty at that. Purple stripe, and then the station name on a metal plate. This is the westbound side, next station would be Bayview. This is the eastbound side, next station would be Leslie. And if you guys didn't already know, my favorite color is red, so I am liking the red tiles at Bessarion. Not sure what this artwork is all about. So I guess we'll take a walk along the subway platform, see what there is to see. Of course, we have the next train arrival screens. Looks like there's a closure this weekend, Woodbine to Kennedy. Oh no, it's nightly closures, never mind. There you go. Interestingly enough, I was checking the TTC website, and they said that the elevator at Bessarion is out of service. Expected to be August 7th. It is August 7th today, so I guess they'll open it at the end of the day. Yeah, but one day I decided to check out Bessarion, the elevator's not working. And it's fine, it's not like we have to use it anyways. There's more of the questionable artwork. And I guess some of the concrete walling gets pushed back here.
Speak to a staff member. Use the emergency alarm on board the train.
And there's more of the
or
cream-colored
the
walls.
button or payphone on the platform. You can also report concerns using the Safe TTC app.
Well, that's interesting. They have a sign in the tunnel that says westbound. Well, there's a look at the tunnel, in case you guys want to see that. And there's a view of the platform. So I guess that's all the subway platform has to offer. It's basically like any other subway station. Garbage bins, GWA, X-train arrival screens, all the basics. So I will say the subway platform is really nice. Obviously the ceiling is missing a few tiles, but basically every TTC station is like that. I do like the red tiles because, you know, favorite color is red, figures. And it's overall pretty clean in my opinion. And I believe there's another westbound train arriving. Oh, it's just down the hall. There you go. I believe that's everything there is to see at the platform level. So let's head up to what I believe should be the concourse. So it looks like there's more cream-colored walling up here. I'm not really sure what this artwork is trying to say. Looks like it's mostly just people's feet. Kind of strange. I will say the concourse is very open. There's a lot of empty space here. Have some wayfinding to Sheppard Avenue, and that one just says way out. Get out of here. So I guess we'll exit the fare paid zone here. So this goes to the south side of Sheppard. Looks like the escalator going down is closed. Is this elevator working? Okay, that elevator's working, so not all of them are down. And I will lead you to the north side of Sheppard. Here we have a route map. So there's the area. Sheppard and Bessarion Road. That's why the station's called Bessarion. And a system map. We are right here. So it looks like Bessarion Station is also at Burbank Drive, so I guess they could have also called the station Burbank. Here's another look at the fare gates. So there's a collector booth here, but I don't think the collector's here right now. Alright, so I guess we'll check out the south side of Sheppard first. Oh god, how deep is this station? What is this, Finch West? Oh god. Why are all these stations so deep? Some public notice. Oh, probably just rules of the TTC. You have the elevator and street level. So isn't that nifty? So this leads to Sheppard, as well as the eastbound buses. Because if you don't feel like taking the subway and being stuck underground, you can take the Sheppard Central bus, which basically runs on the exact same route as the Sheppard subway, but on the street, and stops in between the stations. And this is the intersection adjacent to Bessarion Station. Sheppard Avenue and Bessarion Road. And like I said downstairs, this station I guess also could have been called Burbank, but I guess they thought Bessarion sounded better. Like I also mentioned, there's the bus stop for the 185 and the shuttle buses when the subway's down. Here is, I guess, what would be Bessarion's main entrance. So it's actually pretty nice. I like the building. Looks nice. I like the subtle green tiles. And they got plenty of bicycle parking. So that's good if you live in the area and want to cycle down here. What is this, a bird? Oh, well, there you go. There's some nice trees here. Very pretty. There's a bunch of fake birds on this probably fake tree. Or maybe it's real, I don't know. Oh, I didn't know there was a library here. Oh, well, that's super convenient. There's another side of the entrance. Yeah, so I actually didn't know that there was a library beside Bessarion Station. So I guess if you want to go to the library and check out a book or just have some quiet time, then there, you can take the subway to Bessarion. So that's actually good to know, that there's stuff in the area. Because I've heard that that was one of Bessarion Station's problems, is that there's nothing around it. However, just looking around here, there are so many condos. I mean, they're pretty far away. I have no idea how people are supposed to walk from there to here, but it's pretty cool. Was there a pool here? It is a pool. Well, I'm not gonna stick my camera in there because, you know, privacy. Yeah, I guess there's also a swimming pool here as well. It's over here. Okay, so it's basically a library. Very big one at that. So it looks like there's also green pea parking here. So I guess you could use this for the subway station. There would be the entrance. I don't think it's specifically for Bessarion though. Yeah, there is a ton of condos adjacent to Bessarion, which is good to see that all the people living here have access to the subway. Not that the subway will really take you anywhere, since it's only 5 stations. But I guess you could get over to Sheppard Yonge and take the Yonge line downtown. Over in the distance, looks like there's a Canadian Tire there. But it might be a little too out of reach to walk from here to there. Besides, Canadian Tire is more of a driving destination anyways. I will say, I very much like the exterior building of the library, swimming pool, whatever. Maybe it's just a standard community center, but I love the wood under the sunroof. And then the, are they plants, weeds? I don't know, but whatever's above, the plants, I like it. Here's more of the same wood under the sunroof, plants up above. Oh, I just noticed that there's a mech here too. They sell a lot of good stuff. Yeah, it says it over there. Ski, hike, bike, camp, other stuff. I'm assuming this is a ventilation thing for the subway. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that street name, but there you go. That's where we just walked through. Yeah, taking one more look into Bessarion Station, at least the south side entrance, I do quite like it. I like, oh, there you go. I like how the concrete inside the station, like, it's white, but also, like, slightly pink. Got some nice wayfinding, but I like how open the entrance is with the subtle green tiles and the exposed concrete. That actually looks quite good. So there you go. So now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go across the street at Bessarion Road. We're gonna go check out that north side entrance over there. So I'll see if we'll make it in time to cross the street. Also guys, another thing to mention is that I was actually looking at Bessarion Station on Apple Maps earlier, and I noticed that Bessarion Road actually isn't that long. It's kind of like, you know, a generic side street, but Burbank Drive actually goes quite far and almost reaches Bayview. It looks like we get ourselves a nice advanced crossing. It's convenient. But yeah, Burbank Drive actually goes quite far and almost reaches Bayview. I think it ends just before Bayview. So I'm surprised they didn't call it Burbank to highlight that that street is probably more popular. You can see in the distance too. Actually, let me step out of the roadway in case anyone needs to get to the gas station. You can see Sheppard just goes on there. And it looks like it goes like downhill and then up. That like ravine of trees. It's pretty. But yes, there is a gas station here. So I guess if you're driving down Sheppard, which by all the cars, you probably are, go fill up some gas, get a treat from the gas station. Is this Messi trying to copy Prime? All right, I'm sure it's good. Here would be the stop for the 185 going westbound. That'd take you to Bessarion Station as well as the shuttle buses. There's a look at the south entrance from the north side of Sheppard. Once again, it's actually a pleasant looking building. All right, so let's check out the north side entrance. So this definitely looks more like the secondary entrance, as it kind of just looks like a little hut in this. And what is this? Just a random strip plaza? What do they got here? Financial. Oh, supermarket. That's nice. Pet value. Oh, they have a pizza. Oh, there you go. Imagine being that person that goes to Bessarion Station just to get pizza. And then there's the Mech. So I guess just like the Green Pea parking, I guess you could also park here for Bessarion Station. But this looks like a parking lot for the strip mall, so I don't know. Might get in trouble for that. There's an old-fashioned looking Toronto Transit Commission sign. And the north side entrance to Bessarion. So this entrance is clearly not accessible. There's no elevator or escalators, just a bare staircase. But I guess that's what the south side entrance is for. Here, there's more artwork. What is this? Guy's hand with a watch. Guy holding the handrail. Oh, everyone's holding the handrail. Sorry, the camera's blurry. I have no idea what's happening. And we are back at the concourse. Was this a gateway before? Oh man, the gateway closed. I get so annoyed when I see subway stations that used to have a gateway and then they close. Because it's actually a convenient way to like pick up some treats after like a long day of school or work. You know, you're coming home on the subway, it's like, oh, let me get something to eat. Yeah, and then there's a look at the escalator and stairs up to the south side exit. And the fare paid zone. And of course, since it's my first time at Bessarion Station, we obviously have to get a transfer. Not for connecting to a route, of course, but of course for proving I'm here, Bessarion Station. Also, here's a question for you guys. Does anyone actually use paper transfers for their intended purpose? Because I've always used them as proof that I've been to a certain subway station. And here we are back at the subway platform. I believe there's an eastbound train coming in. We'll be heading to Don Mills. Also, another thing to note about the Sheppard line is that even though this line uses the Toronto Rocket trains, they're still manually controlled by operators. However, there's no two-person operation, which I never understood why the TTC even considers that, because with the one-person operation, the operator just looks at a digital screen with cameras facing down the platform. But it's probably better to have a human operator looking down the platform, checking for stuff happening. There you go. And with that being said, that was a walkthrough of Bessarion Station and the surrounding area. So how do I rate Bessarion Station? Well, honestly, I think it's a pretty good station. It's almost like the Chester Station of the Sheppard line, as it's not really at a busy intersection. There's not really any connecting routes outside of the 185, which runs on the same route as the Sheppard subway anyways. But I will say the station is convenient, like if you live in the area. You know, you can go westbound, get on the Young Line, go downtown, or you could go to Don Mills, go to Fairview Mall. The station is quite clean. I do like the red tiles, of course, as I've mentioned. It's nice how it's not very busy, so, you know, you don't have to worry about, like, crazy people. Or maybe you would have to worry more since, you know, if there's not a lot of people around, then crazy people might want to act more. But regardless, I do think Bessarion Station is actually quite a nice station. And we have another westbound train arriving. So with that being said, that's going to do it for me in today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment if you've ever been to Bessarion Station. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.